Hey, dude.
Hey,
Hi,
Viv.
everyone. We are arriving.
Shout out to the UK.
Hi. Where's Cole? He was there a second ago. Where's Coley?
He'll
I'm
be
here
back.
some.
Oh,
You gotta scroll over. There's a bunch of people here.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, there's everybody. Wow, look at all this action.
yeah. So there's two different views. If you're new to Zoom, you can either look at speaker view.
We are
Or you
starting
can-
to go live right now on Zoom, and I just wanted to let you guys know to hop on. I'm going to post the Zoom link here. Come and party with us and celebrate the launch.
Joy will be left behind.
Yeah.
Right, folks. If you don't have a drink with you, it's time to grab one. Alcoholic or non-alcoholic, take your pick, but grab an unmessable cocktail, which is
I didn't
really
know we were
anything you have on
drinking.
hand. Because we're going to be raising a glass to Karen.
Dad's here.
Ooh,
Karen,
where?
would you like to know what my cup
Yeah.
is?
Brent! Awesome.
Hey.
Where's my brother?
Hey.
Where is he?
He's got his unmessable cocktail, but it looks like water. Come on, Brent.
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow, you're bald!
He's bald. When was the last time you saw him? I love it.
You got hair!
Who
Well,
else
it was
is here?
effortless getting on. That was cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
good.
thank
That
God
was
for that.
For me too. I was kind of nervous about it. To be honest.
I love it.
Morning. Are we live?
We are not live. We're not live. I'm just recording. I'm going to start setting up the live stream in a minute.
Perfect. I just want to make sure.
As folks arrive, make sure you've got a drink and
What's your time big?
Hey, pretties.
Hi.
oh, this is cool. I gotta get a snapshot.
Hi, Bernice. Hey,
I
Bridget.
don't know why I'm playing this.
I was so excited for this. I showed up 2 hours early.
You did, Wendy. It was awesome.
Thanks.
I've been pumping you up, Karen. No pressure.
She's unmessable.
She's unmissable. Yeah, go for it.
Grandma!
I know. There's Crystal.
Wow.
There he is.
Oh.
Kirsten's here. Hey, there's Victoria. Victoria did a whole bunch of the graphics and the interior design.
Awesome. Amethyst is here.
It's popping, Amethyst.
Hey, there's Em. Hi, Em.
Sam.
Hey, we're going to be allowing people to arrive for another few minutes, but in the meantime, I'm going to go live onto Facebook, and we're going to be going live in a bunch of different places. So welcome to the live TV show that you're about to be a part of. Okay.
Hey, is everybody familiar with Zoom and how it works?
No.
Okay. So
Luck.
for the people who aren't familiar, Morna, you want to just explain to them like with the chat and stuff and the speaker view?
Do you want to do that, Karen, while I'm making us go live, or Jade?
For
Yeah,
sure.
sweet.
Okay, so you'll see on your screen up in the right-hand corner, it'll say view. And if you click on view, it'll be either speaker view and you'll just see one person, or you can put it on gallery and then you can see everyone at the same time. And then down at the bottom of your screen, if you're on a computer, you'll see chat. If you're on your phone, you'll see chat also, but you're gonna have to find it in a little bit of a different spot. And we're all gonna be chatting while this whole thing is live streaming.
And we are live streaming right now on Facebook. So welcome everyone to the book launch of Be Unmessable.
It's in the chat.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. And I'm just gonna, while we're getting started, I'm gonna share this into a few places myself as well.
Awesome. Yeah, feel free to live stream it on your Facebook pages or wherever you want.
How do we do that?
Hit share, find, Okay, I'm going to put a link to the broadcast in the chat.
Okay.
Here, I can do it right now.
Okay, sweet. And I'm just going to admit the people in the waiting room. Bernice, can you grab the live link and can you share it into the Revolutionary Woman Global group and then I'll approve it? Okay, this is the party. As you're arriving, let us know where you're tuning in from and let us know how you know Karen.
Hey, Beth.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm Karen's sister.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi.
Where's Julie?
I'm right here.
Hi. Hi, I'm Viv. I'm Karen's cousin in the UK.
You are.
Awesome.
Well,
No way.
cousin, that means you're my cousin.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you all. And make sure you pop this into the chat if you can so that we've got a record of it. Oh,
Yes.
You sound like you're in a bathroom.
Yeah.
I am in a bathroom. This is my bathroom.
Hey, Julie, put on your video so we can see your beautiful face.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm on my phone. Hold on.
Hi, Briar.
Hi.
Brian.
What's going on?
So
Hi,
cool.
Briar.
Yeah.
Okay, so this woman's story.
Go outside.
Hey, while we're waiting to get started, everyone grab a drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, whatever you've got hanging around you. We call it the Unmessable cocktail. Whatever 2 ingredients you can find, shove it in a glass and bring it back.
Cheers, Karen. Well done, darling.
Cheers,
All the
everyone.
best.
Cheers.
Good one.
Okay, this is awesome. We've got 2 screens of people now. I love it.
Nice.
So did you let everyone know about the 2 views on Zoom, Karen?
No.
Okay, so guys, when we're like getting started, keep it on gallery view to be able to see everyone. But when we get started, you can probably want to switch it to speaker view, and then you'll see me and Karen and all of the people we're going to be talking to and much bigger.
How do you get more than like 4 people down the side?
That's a great question.
Go up to the right.
One person.
Go up to the right of your screen, hun, and see where it says view.
Got it. Got it.
So,
Right,
Brent,
still
how
got-
many people can you see now? Everyone. Woo!
Wait.
Well,
I only
see 12. What do I do?
Okay, well,
one.
I'd say we've got about 40 people here now, so yeah,
Go to view and then click gallery.
I love
Go
it.
to view up in the right hand corner and then click gallery.
I didn't know people could see me this whole time.
Yep, they can see you.
We've been watching you.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi. Amazing. We've got more and more people joining. This is
We
fun.
can't see you, Sherry.
Briar, if you're on your phone, you can just swipe to the left and you can scroll through people.
Oh, okay. Cole, you look like you're on the coolest mountain in the world.
You
I
really do.
am on the coolest mountain in the world.
Karen's son, Cole. Jay's, that's her daughter.
All right, folks, we're going to get started in a couple of minutes. Just pop who you are, where you're from, how you know Karen in the chat. Would be amazing. Who's got a copy of the book? Hold it up. I'd love to see. Who's got a copy of the book?
Oh, mine's in my. Oh wait, I might have mine.
Wait, let me get it.
Hold on, I'm going to see if I have mine. Ooh, my Band-Aid's in the way. Did I bring it with me?
Did I bring it with me? I love all the check on these.
I'm at work still. I got my book.
Hey.
You need a copy for work and home. I love it.
Wait, where are you? I couldn't hear you.
I'm at the barber shop.
Chelsea. I'm still at work.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay, I'm going to check on the live streams before we get started.
Carol's in the house. Sherry's
My
in the
mom?
house.
Hey! Oh, hi, guys!
Hey.
Hey, Bernice, can you share the live stream into the Revolutionary Woman Possibility Power Progress, the big one? The big group? Oh, it's there? Okay. Let me share.
Crystal and Pat. Hey.
They might be a bit. They might be a bit better. Yeah.
Hi, Dad!
Yeah.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, Jewel.
Hi, Crystal. Hi, Pat.
He was going to be with
Brent.
Where's Crystal and Aunt Pat?
Oh.
Hi, Auntie Julie.
Hi, girlie. How are ya?
Oh, Julie's there now.
Hi, Julie.
Cool, Karen.
Hi, Auntie Julie. I know you're not my aunt.
Wow.
Andreas, thanks for loaning us your house.
I'm on mute so that we don't get that bathroom noise.
Oh, great.
Oh, is that the bathroom noise from you?
I'm
Hi,
gonna take a couple
Karen.
screenshots. Everyone make a pose. One, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. Julie.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Wayne, can you see us?
Right now. I need to know who the fuck was fucking my ass right now.
What is happening?
Wayne, hear us? Anybody can hear you. Wayne. Who's
Who's that
Larry?
naked black man?
I don't know.
Is it naked? There's a naked. Oh, wow. Every event needs a naked.
may have been hacked.
Trying to say hi.
Wow. Look at that guy.
Party is Larry, Carol. Come on.
My eyes really hurt right
Is that a troll?
My eyes really
I think we got a troll.
Yeah, you can get him out of the meeting. The gate crashes the party.
Hey, hang on. Is Larry Salamander a guest of yours, Karen?
Man.
No?
Go with your
Okay.
man.
Here, good.
How are you, buddy?
So you.
All
Yeah, how did
right.
we lose him?
I just, don't worry, he's gone.
Oh, yay!
No, so just be warned, if you take your clothes off during the party, you're out.
Icebreaker. Ellen.
It's a
Oh,
fair
hi,
deal.
Pat. Hi, Cher. Hi, Mom.
All right, we're gonna get started in 1 minute, folks.
Hi. Hi, back at you.
I kind of feel like, wow, I'm really on live stream now that Larry's come and gone.
You've made it,
Now I
Karen.
get
Now
it.
that you've been bombed by a naked guy on Facebook Live.
You know, yeah, you know you're on
You've made
top
it.
when.
You're big time.
Follow that, Karen. Follow that.
Yeah.
Get him off, girl.
That's Jake.
It is so great to see everybody. Thank you so much for supporting me and being here today. This is
Molly,
just
you're gonna get an echo though.
really, really cool. Really cool
No.
for me.
Mhm.
Are they all the same, babe?
Oh, the music stopped. Okay, my loves, I'm gonna
it's not
ask
very
everyone to
different.
mute now as we get going. Everyone except Karen.
So if you call on us, we'll unmute ourselves.
Yes, that's right. When we call on you, and we will, you'll unmute.
Morna, in case we
Yes,
get
Lady
hacked
Gaga.
again, do you want to make me co-host and then I can delete them while you're talking?
But you
That's a
won't know
great idea.
you won't know who's hacking. I'm actually cool if another naked person shows up. Like, sweet, we'll roll with it,
Yeah.
man. Come on, like, we'll roll with it. Okay, give me a second here, folks. All right. Ooh, okay, we're literally live streaming all over the place. You are live right now globally for the launch of Karen's first book, Be Unmessable.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How crazy.
here's how crazy, right? Here's a bit of a flow for the evening. In a moment, I'm going to introduce the amazing Karen Pohlman. Then we're going to have a chat with Karen. We've got some audience questions. We've got a little surprise. We're going to spend some time with the Pohlman family. And then we've got some special acknowledgements for all of the amazing folks who helped to make this happen, because it really does take a village to create a book. Hello, everyone. I'm Morna Haste. And
Morna, it's kind of hard to hear you. You got to put your mic up.
Oh,
there you go.
That's because the mic's on the other side. That must sound much better now, right?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. So I'm Morna Haste, and I'm tuning in from the west coast of British Columbia, Canada, and you'll all hear my accent. So you'll acclimatize to it in about 1 or 2 minutes, and you'll understand what I'm saying. So just tune in carefully. And it's my absolute privilege and honor to host you all this evening, to not just celebrate the amazing achievement of Karen writing her first book, but writing what is already a best-selling book. So let's give a shout out to that. And a book that I know is going to impact millions of people around the planet. Now, people call Karen Pohlman the unmessable mentor, and it's no surprise. Karen was born in at a time when such hits as Born to Be Wild, People's Got to Be Free, and Lady Willpower were the #1 hits of the day. She is the daughter of pioneering and loving spirits who are here. Karen, if you want to raise a picture of your parents, you know, you've got it next to you. Yeah, folks who immigrated to the US before Karen was born. Karen, I know your parents would be so proud of you right now, and I know they're with us today. Karen grew up in the sweet, shiny Chicago suburb of Morton Grove, where her future as the unmessable mentor was already starting to emerge. Like the time she won an award for longest hair in the 4th grade, and went on to win the coveted blue ribbon in horse riding when she was 13. And it's no surprise that she became a varsity cheerleader, and even less of a surprise that in her senior year, she left high school on principle because they wouldn't let her take more classes to graduate early. So what did Karen do? She went to night school instead, already unmessable. Fast forward to a brief but promising modeling career, lots of jobs, lots of living everywhere, 2 marriages to the same guy, 3 kids with the same guy, right, Karen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sweet. 1 amazing dream house, 3 stints living in the woods, more places, more houses, lots of construction, and we hit the year of our Lord and the global pandemic 2020. Now, while others are wondering how the bleep they're going to make it through the day, Karen was spending her days working long hours on the roofs in their construction business in the hot New Mexico desert sun. And instead of crashing at the end of those long days, Karen wrote this book. That's when Karen wrote this book. Yes, she wrote this book last year. So it is my absolute privilege to welcome the unmessable mindset mentor for female leaders everywhere, mother to 3 amazing humans, and wife to Brent, the man who made the wise decision to marry this incredible woman, not once, but twice. And the beautiful gem who shines brightly in the lives of all of the amazing humans who are with us today. Let's make some noise. You can unmute if you can. Let's make some noise and welcome to the stage the author of Be Unmissable. Oh, Karen. Karen, how are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel really great. It's been a crazy, crazy ride, this whole thing. Just the fact that you guys are all here is just really something, really something.
Okay, so I'm going to ask everyone who's not Karen to mute at this point. It'd be amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm going to mute a few of you that I need to. Okay, sweet. So Karen, we're going to kick off with a wee chat. You and I are going to have a wee chat.
Okay.
And if you want to move off the whole screen view, you can put us on speaker view, and then you'll see me speaking in a bigger box and Karen speaking in a bigger box. Not that I would ever try to put you in a box, Karen, because like, no.
Can't put baby in a box.
You cannot
That's what
put
I'm
baby in a
thinking.
box.
Don't put baby in a box or a corner.
Or a corner. It's not going to work out. So congratulations, Karen. It's just so amazing to be here with you today. It feels like such a surreal moment for me. So I can only imagine what it feels like to you to celebrate the launch of this incredible book, which first tells the story of how you and your family wound up living in the woods, and goes on to share the life-changing Unmessable process you've created. I know it's life-changing. I've read the book. You guys who have read the book know it's life-changing. And you wrote this book to help others. So let's start here. For any folks who are tuning in who don't know your story, can you sum it up in like 3 minutes?
Yeah, I can. The book is, well, the story really is when the global financial crisis hit. We were building our dream home in Cary, Illinois, and we thought that it was going to be, where we were going to live forever and have our kids grow up and, just live life and be with family and have all these wonderful things. And then we ended up kind of wearing ourselves too thin. So I think we just had too many irons in the fire and too many things going on. And when all of a sudden, banks stopped lending and finances changed, and we had clients who stopped paying us, and all these different things started happening, and we ended up not being able to keep this house that we had really worked so hard and put our all of our heart and sweat and tears into. And then when all of a sudden we couldn't keep it anymore, we were trying to figure out what to do next, and Brent came up with the idea of going camping. And so we decided to pack everything up, or what we could fit in one pod. And we left everything else. And then we went out into the national forest in Arizona, in northern Arizona. And we camped, and we were homeless. And it was camping, right? And we looked at it like it was camping, but inside I had really just had a hard time with the whole thing. And it really wasn't camping. We didn't know how long we were going to be camping for. So we were out there trying to figure out what to do next. And as we, put ideas together and put everything back together, we eventually got jobs and got ourselves back on our feet. But it was in that process that we ended up losing, our home and our business and our cars and our stuff, but we really found each other as a family, and we really found an amazing gift in the loss. And there were so many lessons that we ended up learning that I didn't want them to get lost in the shuffle of getting back into life and, getting back in the swing of things and just doing life. I didn't want that to get lost. I wanted to pass that on to my kids and my grandkids. And as I was doing that, I thought, shit, all of this stuff, there's so important. There's great lessons here. I can give them to more than just my kids. Plus my kids didn't want them at the time.
Right? Yeah, I get it.
You can be a prophet in your own land.
I feel it. Yeah.
So that's really where it came from. So
it's amazing, Karen. And I mean, wow. For any folks here who've written a book, and I know that there are some authors here, like it's a thing. It's a process. And oftentimes, you and I spend a lot of time together over the process of writing the book, and you go through so much to bring this out into the world. What was the process like for you? And actually, why did you do it? Because it wasn't always like sweet and easy, right?
No, it really wasn't. And it was actually, you know, a lot of times I was working all day and then I would come home and get into my office and start writing. I kept getting this, what I felt like was a voice from God. You need to write a book. And it was like, yeah, I don't know if I really need to write the book. It's like, you need to write the book. I'm like, should I really write the book? And all of these different, you know, thoughts and feelings came up. It was hard revisiting a lot of the hard times, a lot of the challenging times where I was beating myself up inside and feeling a lot of shame. It was hard to revisit that stuff, to kind of connect with where I was during that process. Yeah, it was really something to be able to revisit it and then choose intentionally what was really the meat of it that needed to be shared with people, and kind of get rid of the rest of it.
And it's unbelievable to think that it was really, I guess, just a couple of months earlier than this time last year that it was beginning to come together. And now it's like a real thing sitting behind you and in the hands of people who are here with us. I just think that blows me away. And such a gift at this time on the planet, when for so many of us, it's been a really, really challenging year, and a time when the kinds of lessons and the tools that you're sharing in this book are really, really needed for folks. So on that note, what is the kind of the one or two key messages about being unmessable that you want to share with folks who are here and who are watching us live streaming all over the planet right now on Facebook?
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
Really, I think is keeping a vision of really where you want to go, right? Because you can get off course and stuff happens in life. Things, outside circumstances can affect you, but really it's like, where do you really want to go, and who do you want to be? We have one life, right? It's short. Yeah. And when you look at it, and if anybody has kids, they know how fast it goes by when your kids are growing up, and if you don't have kids, it's still short. And it's like, what do you want to do while you're here? And if you can keep a vision of what you really want, and then align everything, whether it's, you know, whether you deem it good or bad, if you can stay in alignment with what that vision is, and decide how you want to talk to yourself, or how you want to communicate with others, or how you want to show up, that makes a huge difference. It's like keeping that North Star, right?
Right. And I think, you know, I want to reflect on two things. And I know that there are so many people here who will agree with me. You are unmissable. You know, when I encounter you, I feel it. You're the embodiment of this idea. You show up with it. I feel it all the time from you. And it was such a privilege to walk alongside you during the writing process, because I saw you being unmessable during the process. You know, I saw you keeping the North Star of wanting to get this book into the world, into the hands of people who need this. Yeah. And you wrote it in such a way that, you know, we had so many conversations at the time about wanting to write this in an unmissable way, you know, in a way that to me, that shines through in the book. It shines through what was created in the end, and it shines through in who you are as a person. And your ability to do this, you know, during all the stuff that was going on. And what I'm going to do is move into some audience questions. And while I do this, I just want to invite folks to share in the chat. How do you know Karen? How do you know Karen? What do you love about Karen? And I'm really, really inviting you to do this, because we want to keep these comments for, you know, the time capsule of this moment in time of Karen launching her book into the world. What does knowing Karen mean to you? What do you see in her? Anything that you want to share in the chat about Karen would be amazing. And of course, if you haven't bought the book yet, that would also be amazing. And when you do buy the book, telling everyone how amazing it is would also be fantastic. And Karen, while folks are doing that, let's move into the audience questions, which are somewhere else on my run sheet. So I'm just going to grab those. Just going to grab those.
I want to talk.
Who's talking? Edna, go ahead while I'm finding my questions.
Well, first of all, wait a minute. Let me get everything up here. I'm on my iPhone out in my backyard, but I have the book. I have my wine.
Yes.
Nice. Hey, Edna.
Karen. Oh my word. I met Karen in 2003, and Karen and I have gone through a lot of stuff together. And I am so proud of you, Karen. I just know, even beyond just what you told, it's just a snippet of your life. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be your friend, and so proud of where you are now. And the book is awesome. I recommend it to everyone. And yeah, I mean, kudos, girl. I love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Edna. Thank you so much, my love. Make sure you pop that.
I just want to say Edna is one of the people who I would call all the time when I was having trouble. It's like, Edna, I have to just vent.
I love that.
Times when she really hit it from me, because there were some of the things that I read in the book, and I'm like, I can't believe she didn't tell me that. Some of the hard times. So
right.
Her. No,
thanks
awesome.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Edna. And yeah, like I'm so keen to chat to your family soon, Karen, because I imagine like there were a few surprises in the book for everyone, right? So so we asked folks who follow Karen on social media and her audience some questions. We asked them to send us some questions beforehand, and I've got some of those for you, Karen. So, and none of them are about how you went to the bathroom in the woods, which I find astonishing because it's really the only question that I've ever had. It's been answered a lot of times because I ask it over and over again, a bucket and a hole, just for anyone who wanted to know the answer to that one. Were you still able to get mail? Were you still able to get your mail? That was the first question.
Yes, we were. We got where you sign up at like a mailboxes, etc., and you basically give them a driver's license and let them know that. Usually they want to know where your address is, like your physical address, but we used our house back in Illinois, and we were able to get a mailbox in Flagstaff, Arizona. So that was our address. It said suite instead of mailbox.
Right? No, I love that. And one of the things that I've consistently kind of felt about you and every interaction we've had and every circumstances that you and I believe your family have this philosophy of everything is figure outable, because everything is. But you know what I mean? Like finding a way to make something work, right? Yeah. So how did people who knew you, or people even in the local area, react to you living in the woods? Did folks know that you were living in the woods?
Well, when we were initially, no. I mean, we didn't know anybody in Northern Arizona when we first got there. Once the kids were in school, and they can tell you when you start asking questions to the family. Because there was several times that we were out in the woods. We ended up using it. It's kind of an unmessable strategy, right? When you're homeless, all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm just going to go camp for a while. So it happened in 2008, and then it happened in 2010, and then after that as well. And in 2010, the kids were in school, and they had a couple teachers who knew that they shared with, but for the most part, I think nobody, really wanted to share with anybody that we were out there. But local people didn't really know. My boss knew at the time. He knew that we were out there, and I would get into the office in the morning and wash my feet so that I didn't look like I was on the campsite.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that, because, I remember reading in the book that you had 3 dresses at the time. Like, how was it to go through the process that you needed to do to show up in the world as like we all are required to show up in the world, which isn't looking like we've just come out of our tent in the woods, right?
Yeah. Well, my amazing husband would boil water on a little hot plate thing with propane, and he would get the water warm, and we'd fill a 5-gallon bucket with part warm water and part cold water, and then he would help me to shower in the morning. So he'd pour the water over me after I soaked up and rinse me off and help me so that I could get myself together. And I'd throw on one of these easy wash dresses and go to the office. And, you know, the kids were doing their thing. It was summertime when I first got that job. So they were still at the campsite. And then we would, you know, Brent would take me into town and drop me off at the office. And then I usually had dirt on my feet because we were out in the campsite, and I would go into the office, I'd slip off my flip-flops, wash my feet, and then I would go throw my stuff under my desk in the office, and nobody was the wiser. There's a couple of people who knew, but for the most part, nobody was the wiser.
Wow. It could be the Crown Royal and Coke that I just drank, but it could also be it could also be the fact that it was my 20-year wedding anniversary yesterday. And, you know, I really want to pick up in that moment of love between you and your husband there, of him helping you, you know, get ready to go to work. And I'm going off script here for a moment. And I'm curious about what that was like for the two of you as the leaders of your family out there in the woods together.
I could see you taking a breath, Brent. I think you should unmute yourself.
I can't see.
I think you should unmute yourself.
Where is he?
All right, I'm unmuted.
Yeah, it was not easy. We had a lot of really, really hard times that we were on each other's cases, and
of course,
but there was a lot of really, really good times as well that we really came together for our kids, and they were really the motivating factor to get through it.
Yeah. What do you think, Brent?
I need a direct question, just so you know. That's how this is going to work with me. I need a direct question and I'll answer it.
Okay, sweet. How was it for you helping your wife with things like showering and getting ready for work and the logistics of this whole process?
Well, I was probably more of a cheerleader than anything else because she didn't want to be doing it. She was mad at me because she was doing it. And I just would talk about what's great about this, and it probably annoyed her thoroughly.
I love it. I'm sure it annoyed her at the time, but she was keeping it, you know. I mean, I'm projecting myself as a wife here. Yeah, I love that. I love that, Brent. And okay, well, actually, the last question on the list here was, where did you take a shower? But I think we've established that.
Yes.
Was it always with a bucket, or did you get to other places as well?
Every once in a while we would go, well, there was like a truck stop that you could go to and pay $10 and you could shower there. But budget was a big thing, so we didn't really do much of that. And the kids, which I'm sure they would like to chime in on it too, but the kids, they didn't get the hot water. they would have the bucket of water, and it would be
we did not.
Yes. I figured that was coming.
Seriously, I love it. Oh,
I like actually remember Jade and I helping each other shower and like screaming because it was so cold. We were like, ah! We were like trying to do it as fast as we can.
It would be at night. So there was the minivan with headlights, and we're just in there like fucking vulnerable, like,
I don't remember taking many showers in the woods. I remember being dirty a lot.
That's because you're a boy, Cole. You're a boy,
exactly.
Right? Yeah, that's
exactly.
right. And you know what? Let's just roll with it, because Karen, we've kind of already gone now into the family segment, so we'll just go with it. Yeah, like, what was it like for? I'm going to ask some specific questions, especially for Brent. But you know, what was it like for you kids? Jade, you were a freshman at the time. Were you a freshman when you ended up in the woods for the first time? Like, what was it like for you going to school, and what's your recollection?
Well, I had just like graduated 8th grade. I was going into freshman year, and I would say the first time it happened was very different from the other times because I didn't know any better. We had just gone into the woods. It was a complete adventure. I had seen stars for the first time. Like, I'm talking about stars, you know, like the galaxy. And, you know, even when we had gotten a house, we were still making pancakes outside in the yard with a fire. Like, we just were so used to it. Like, it was just fun for us kids, you know, like we all bonded so much over that. But later on, after, you know, we had been in the house and had lost it again, like that was awful. I mean, I was a sophomore. It happened again when I was like just going into college, and like, you don't really, I mean, high school's hard enough, you know, like you don't really have to deal with hiding it from people, you know, like nobody knew. So that was hard.
Sweetie.
Sorry.
No, oh my God, right?
No apologies.
No apologies, totally.
It's just like, it's just crazy when, I mean, you have to live life, you just have to do it. And so, I, like, of course we would fucking complain to each other, but that was what it was. Like, we didn't tell anyone. We would go to the aquaplex in the morning to go shower, and I'd go to school and go to soccer practice after, and nobody knew, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, that's, yeah, thank you for speaking your truth, like Lainey just shared. And I'm curious, Cole and Amethyst, what was it like for you? Because you guys were a bit younger, yeah?
I feel like it was
a little.
Oh, you go.
Amethyst, and then Cole.
I feel like it was super different for me. Like when I read the book back, it was so weird because I was clearly there, but I was like I was like, so, like, I clearly didn't tell anyone. Like, I was obviously embarrassed about it, but like being in third grade is being a lot different than being a freshman in high school.
Right.
Like half the stuff just goes right over your head. You're kind of like, whatever. Like if that would have happened to me in high school, I can't even imagine that happening. Like fucking props to my siblings because that's crazy.
Right.
But I feel like there was definitely like weirdness. Like I could clearly tell everything was going on. And like the next times that it happened, it definitely got a little weirder. Or like not weirder, but just like you start like realizing more. Like I literally read my journal the other day and I was like, well, we're out here again. And I was like, it's just like crazy.
Yeah, being in the woods was a very interesting time because as 8th grader in, you know, school, being outside as a kid was actually a lot of fun. My siblings and I, we'd have, you know, pine cone wars in the woods, and I'd balance rocks and we'd go exploring, and it was actually a really fun time. But it was also, on the flip side of that, it was really interesting because you would go to school, and most kids when they're in that age group, they're like, oh my God, get me away from school. Like I want to have nothing to do with it. Let me go home and hang out. And for me, at least, it was much more the opposite. It was like, how many hours a day could I maximize staying at school so I didn't have to go home? And, you know, sleep in the woods and it'd be tough. But there was a lot of things about it that are like life-changing in the most positive, and like it's hard to describe because it's so like emotional, but also like you love the memories of it. At least I do. So
yeah, and I love you've got a permanent memory on your body there, Cole. If you're willing and open to share it with everyone, like you probably have to get close to the camera for us to see it. Like yeah. That is a 10. Yeah.
Tattoos.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Cole. Brent, you know, I having read the book and knowing Karen and then also listening to Cole, I know that one of the beautiful things that you brought to the situation was the ability to see it through a positive lens and make it into a game and make it fun. What was it like for you as a dad, and what did it take for you to be able to do that?
I think, I mean, it really, I was up against the wall and there was just there wasn't an option of not delivering.
Right.
And the situation that we were in, obviously, probably Amethyst, it was the easiest. Obviously, at going into high school, that would be absolutely like worst case scenario. And it was just kind of like looking at it from an adventure point of view. But on the flip side, for me, I came from an environment that was, I developed a skill set of doing that out of self-preservation anyway.
Right.
So it was really just kind of continuing how I did my own life. You know, obviously the decisions I made and building a 50-foot tall house and all this stuff put me at more of a risk for putting my kids in this situation. But at that time, I was probably trying to fill a hole that obviously couldn't have been filled. And some of the decisions that I had made had consequences for people beyond me. And that was and has been challenging to deal with.
Yeah, I hear you, and I so get it, Brent. And I also want to acknowledge, like, you know, it was the 2000s, and a lot of people were doing what you were doing, and things were great, and you know, and everything happened so like, you know, and it just really brings home to me how like this can happen to anyone, you know, like this could.
What you don't know.
Yeah, that's right. You don't know what you don't know, you know, until things happen. And what I love about your story is that firstly, you're just such a beautiful family. I mean, the love in your family is palpable. We can all feel it here, right? Like we can see the journey here and the humans that you've all become and the humans that you are and what you've been through together. I mean, you know, you're an unmessable family. I would say that you're all unbreakable, you know, and it's just I can feel it, you know. And Brent, I'm going to put you on the spot again, my love.
Okay.
Yeah, like your wife wrote a book, which is why we're here. Like, and what do you want to say to your wife on this occasion?
Ooh. Well, my wife, what do I want to say to her? As if I'm speaking to her or about her?
Whatever feels great for you. Whatever feels good for you, Brent.
Well, the safer way is about her.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. My wife is extraordinary. She's way more extraordinary than she believes she is. And there was a day and a time that I knew a lot more than my wife. But since we've worked together over time, she now knows all of my skill sets plus all of her skill sets. So at this point, my wife knows a lot more than me. My wife can draw a house. My wife can look at a house and knows what's behind the wall and how it's put together without even opening the wall. And there was a lot of me having my wife do stuff she didn't want to do, but she was, some of it reluctantly went and did. Well, probably quite a bit of it actually. But she's extraordinary. I think it's fantastic that she wrote the book. She's got an insight that I think could help a lot of people.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we are here for a short time. And I'm I'm excited that she's taken the time to share her story and the journey. And I'm noticing there's a person on this call, Lainey. None of this would have happened without Lainey.
Oh shit.
That is no joke. None of this would have happened without Lainey. And thank you, Lainey.
Oh my God, I love you guys so much. I'm so happy for you guys. Even through all the crap.
Yeah.
And there's
a mountain of it.
But you climbed it, little brother. You climbed it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember what the question is you asked.
Someone
Well,
needs to explain who Lainey is.
Who is Lainey?
Lainey is, where's your picture, Lainey? Where are you? You can't see you.
Oh no, baby. I have a ponytail on. I just got out of the sauna. I am a sweaty mess.
Come on.
I'm way too vain. I am way too vain. Way too vain.
Lainey was
She
present.
has red hair, I can tell you that.
Yes, Lainey was present the night Brent and I met. So Brent and I met at a bar. Lainey and Barry and myself were out, and Brent came into the bar. That was the night that we met, and he was talking to her while I was out on the dance floor, and I was like pissed that he was talking to Lainey. And they ended up chatting, and she gave me a good plug, and the rest is history.
All it takes is a good plug. I love it. So thank you, Pullman family. That was amazing, Brent. That was beautiful. And actually, before we move off the Pullman family, I just wonder if no pressure on any of your kids, but if anyone wants to say anything to your mom about she wrote a book, like what would you love to say to your mom?
I literally worked all summer with my parents last summer. And I was like, I'm 21. I was 20 at the time and I was exhausted. Like I literally couldn't even, like I would just fall asleep when I got home, and my mom would go straight to her office and she would be on Zoom with you all the time, Morna. And I was like, how the hell is she doing this? Like it was almost like it didn't even make sense, because like I knew she wanted to write a book, but like seeing all of the actual things that go into writing a book, that's like so much props to you, Mom. Like seriously. And like every advice that I ever give anyone, okay, not all of it, some of it's from my dad for sure, but so much of my advice that I give to people is from my mom. So I feel like it's so good that she was the one to write a book, because I feel like a lot of people can learn from her.
I'm just gonna elaborate on that. Like, okay, so in more detail, Amethyst was 21. She was trying to save up to get a car. I was broke. I was 26. Like, actually, no, I think I was 27. Whatever. I was 20 something. And we all went back to my parents' house because they have a roofing business. And we got paid, just like regular manual laborers, like going up on the roof, walking, what was it, like a 40-foot ladder? I don't know if it was or not, but either way, 20 foot,
25.
whatever. You're going up there and you are working in the heat, and you are just like all the other guys up there laying Duralast, like just manual labor. And my mom was up there and she was the only one who knew how to weld Duralast. She would go from seam to seam, literally with a hand welder, and just be on her hands and knees welding seams on a roof. And so Amethyst is not kidding when we would say, all of us, including Cole, all of us kids, we would go home, be tired, my dad included, and Mom would literally have this backup generator inside of herself and just be like, yep, time to write, for hours. And we're all like, we're gonna watch TV, like we can't do anything. So Mom, you are an incredible human being. I love you so very much. You are just you have a light inside of you that just shines to everyone. You're goofy, you're just yourself no matter what. And that's so, inspiring. And I'm
Not
so
your
happy
ordinary Karen.
Not your average Karen.
Not
Not
your average Karen. And now your nickname's K-Bomb.
K-Bomb.
And
I would like to go. Can I go? Okay. First of all, I think that what Jade and Amethyst said is super accurate. She found like a piece inside of her that was like, I don't even know where it comes from, like ultimate motivation or, a higher power. I don't know. But that is wild in and of itself. Secondly, though, the person that, this is going to be tough. The person that my mom is she is one of the coolest people I've ever known. She has taught me so much in life and just how to love people really well and how to be empathetic and how to be tender with people, but still be the person that is tough and no nonsense and will, be the boss, but is not an asshole, for lack of a better word. And she is tremendously strong. She is pretty incredible. She's pretty fucking incredible. So I'm glad that you wrote the book and that you were able to take all of the knowledge that you gave me and write it down in a book for other people to get, because it is tremendously valuable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pullman family. And I know that there are other folks who have got their hands up who want to give shout outs to Karen, and we're going to do some acknowledgements, and then anyone who wants to stay is very welcome to share what they want to share with Karen. You guys blow me away. And
Shoot something now, or do I wait?
I'd love you to wait, Carrie, and I know that you've probably got amazing things to say, and a lot of people want to share. We're going to wrap up the formal part of the book launch, and then we'll open it up for folks. I want to say that I mean, this is proof of the book right here, right? Listening to your beautiful family speak, hearing your journey and seeing the human beings that you and Brent have raised together is really something. And I know that everyone on this call and everyone who's watching us is feeling this right now. Karen, what would you like to say to your family before we move into doing some acknowledgements of the writing process? And then we've got a special surprise before we move into that process, and that's a little cue, Kim, for you to get ready. Karen.
Now you got me wondering. I have an amazing family. Brent is my, I said it in the book in the acknowledgements, he's my biggest cheerleader, my biggest challenge.
Right on.
I love him for it because he does. He stretches me. And my kids are amazing humans, and I think that they were the catalyst, really, the North Star that made me want to not give up and keep going and make changes, because I was living a life back then that was not that great. I was depressed and anxious and didn't feel good, and I did not want them to come away from life with that same skill set. I wanted them to have something different. So they were the big thing that made me want to change. It was my big why. And they're amazing humans, amazing, with hearts that are just so tender and loving, and they love people. They're super inclusive and just, yeah, they are my 3 gems.
And you are Mother Gem.
I am Mother Gem.
Mother Gem. Speaking of Mother Gem, so we're going to move into kind of the last formal piece of our book launch this evening. Just reminding everyone that we are at a book launch. So Jade, I'm going to ask you to pop into the chat ways that folks can get a hold of the book. And if you are reading the book, if you've got the book, I shouldn't say if, when you get your copy of the book, and I can see some folks holding it up, yeah, definitely take a snapshot of yourself with it and send it to Karen, and definitely give it a review, give it a shout out, do whatever you can to get this work into the hands of people who need it. And there are a lot of folks out there who need the messages in this book, so we can all help get the word out. And as I said earlier, it really does take a village to create a book. You know, Karen, you did the hard yards. This is your book, and I know a lot of folks helped along the way. And so we're going to move into giving you an opportunity to shout out to all of the many people who were part of this process. And as we move into that, I have a special message from Butterfly Presence, aka Kim Stand Even, who has something she'd love to share with you.
Awesome.
Ooh, hopefully I can get through it. I wrote it down. So I wanted to write you a letter because this is a milestone day. And the letter isn't going to be written by me, it's written by you. So we're going to reflect back on all of the things that you wrote in our group as you were writing the book.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So we have the journey from your point of view. So the following is a snapshot. Whew. In your own words, where Sarah, Evie, Morna, and I had the privilege of holding space for you as you wrote this book. This is so much more than a book. So first, do I have your permission to quote you? And I promise there's nothing too awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, February 5th, 2020. What's that?
Can I tell people
Yes,
really
please,
quick?
yeah.
So the group that we're talking about is a group of women entrepreneurs who got together and supported each other in whatever it was our vision. Each one of us had a different vision for our businesses, and we each supported each other weekly, every Monday, throughout all of COVID and the whole year. And yeah, so this is who it's coming from.
And it's coming from you, quotes. February 5th, 2020. Please remember this date, everyone. February 5th, 2020. Morna challenged us to create an intentional space to honor the emergence of our work. Quote, starting to get my guest bedroom set up in my view and my new writing area, creating the space that supports me to getting this book finished. I commit to finishing a first draft by the second week of April. February 10th, you posted an image wearing some big ass earphones to ensure you got your quiet space. This gal is serious. February 15th, I have 3 chapters written. I'm a week ahead of schedule. March 1st, it's happening. This book is getting written. I found my flow. Clean a bit, take a shower, make a cup of tea, essential oils in the air, sunlight, if it's daytime, earplugs, if necessary, gratitude prayer, short meditation, and off I go. 4 of 9 chapters written. I was getting down on myself for not writing while I was out of town. I had to continually let that condemnation go and be present for what was necessary at the time. Today, I was able to hook up and the words flowed. May 7th, what do I want to create? I want to hold the possibility for women to be all of who they were created to be. Unmessable with is to create opportunity no matter the circumstance. I want to create a thriving personal development business, speaking, writing, workshops, coaching. I need to be committed, a confident author, resilient and steady, empathic gem, unmessable with myself. I need to be my expert self. I want to be the drop that starts the ripple effect. I will have a legacy book that will reflect the light of our family and what they experienced during the financial crisis, but it will also reflect the light that I found in other areas of my personal development journey. It feels like a legacy. I really want what I have experienced and learned to make a difference in other people's lives. You know, the ripple effect. I will have a contribution to the world. I feel like I'm getting choked up. That's what you said. That me being here made a difference. That feels really good to me. My future grandkids, hint, hint, can have that. I can make a difference even when I'm not here. March 18th, title exploration, live another way and unmessable with. March 19th, chapter 5 of the first draft is complete. Tomorrow's goal is to finish chapter 6. Sharing my goal is keeping me accountable. May 25th, 31,000 words, 1.5 chapters to go. April 18th, I gave up my writing room to my daughter now that she's home. New setup in the hallway upstairs. June 4th, logo time, thinking about merchandise. June 17th, Karen posted a live in our group. I'm really excited. I hired an editor. She has the manuscript right now. I also hired a cover designer. I'm really excited. I got Unmessable on Instagram. Things are moving, keeping it going, keeping the momentum going. June 21st, first edits of the first chapter came back yesterday. It's happening. June 28th. Brett built an outdoor shower. Oh, right, you were moving in a new place. Had to throw that one in. June 30th, cover design exploration, pink or white sweater, picture, no picture. July 22nd, this is the cover I decided to go with. August 7th, I'm super excited that my office at the property is coming together. I put up a drapery rod over our construction whiteboard. There you go, creating space again. August 16th, last trip to the property, moved. Karen posted, this is my view pictures all the time. Not jealous, yes, jealous. August 18th, let's add in some shirts. September 2nd, first book study flyer complete. September 15th, orange t-shirt live. There were many of these along the way. Karen in her car in her orange construction outfit, juggling her time between roofing and ripple effects. October through December, you hosted your first book study, which I was so honored to be a part of. And it was just amazing to dig deeper into your messages. December 8th, lots of behind the scenes, editing, marketing, distribution options. And Karen posted her Unmessable shirt, which she's wearing right now. And here's where I want you to remember the date, February 5th, 2020, February 7th, 2021. I just sent my edits back to the editor for one more look through. And mute. Can you mute Jules? So I can
got it.
Thank you. February 7th, 2021. I just sent my edits back to the editor for one more look through after the rewrites. Yeah, I rock. Now I'm at the final edit after this round, interior layout, and then print. Whew. I know this, I just have one more thing to say. Karen, I'd just like you to invite you to close your eyes for a minute. You were the drop that went into the water. The ripple effect is happening. And I'd like you to imagine 7 generations out, because you've already shifted and evolved their experience, because you said yes to writing this book. Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. That was amazing.
Send it to you.
Wow. Seriously,
that was awesome.
Kim?
Wow. I can't believe you looked back through every post.
I just didn't even plan it. It just dropped in as like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do.
Oh my gosh, that's
And then the
amazing.
date just lined up. I was like, are you serious?
Seriously. That was such a gift. Thank you. Thank you.
And a gift for all of us. I mean, holy heck,
Oh my
I was
gosh.
there and I can't even, like, seriously, this was last year. This was last year. Karen, after we've done the next round of acknowledgements, I'm going to open it up for anyone who wants to give Karen a shout out, anyone who wants to share a message with her personally. And we'll officially finish in about 5 minutes. And so if folks who need to leave, cool. But anyone who wants to stay for kind of an after party and we'll stay live. Yeah, we'll stay live for a while. And I know there are a lot of people here who would love to speak and share some messages for Karen. Before we get there, Karen, I know there are so many people who helped make this possible. Who would you love to give some shout outs to?
Well, definitely, I just want to preface it by saying I'm gonna forget some people I'm thinking, and if I do, I'm sorry that I forgot, and please know that I think about all sorts of people who have made this what it is.
I love it, because that's a great preface, like you're doing an Oscar speech. So that's perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. Yeah.
Just all the women who have supported me in all the different groups along the way, right? All the different business groups that we've been in, and, you know, exploring your essence group and all these different things that I've been doing. My family, everybody, you guys are all awesome. I'm just going to do blanket right now because everybody has helped. Everybody has encouraged us and helped us, and financial help, and just being an ear, all that stuff. Writing the book, PJ Dempsey is one of the editors that helped. Tom Locke, I know he's here tonight. He's awesome. He gave me so much to look at. I was like, oh, like fire hose of what was going on. And if anybody doesn't like that, I swear, Tom warned me, and I'm just going to say that. Thanks, Tom. And I left a few in.
Fuck yeah.
Kirsten,
Carry on.
Kirsten is from My Word Publishing, and she is a consultant that I hired. At the end, like, I had written the book and I had done one round of edits, and then I was stuck and I just didn't know where to go from there. And there was so many things that I had to learn, and I was like, I can't learn it all. And I ended up finding this guy walking on the road where we live, which is very remote. And he was walking, and my husband ended up talking to him, and it turned out he used to be with like a book business in Denver, and he got me connected to Kirsten, and Kirsten I hired as a consultant to get me across the finish line. So thank you, Kirsten. I mean, that was just amazing. She knows so much that I totally did not know. Morna, obviously, you totally held me to it, and I don't have words or anything that I can say that will encompass everything of how much I love you and how much you've given to me. So thank you so much. Who else? PJ. Oh, Victoria is here. Victoria Wolf is a graphic designer, and she helped me do the whole interior of the book and helped me with my website. And then Laura Duffy did the cover design of the book. And then there is a woman back in Austin who took the pictures that I did the photo shoot back in Austin, that were all the pictures. And that is Jordan Ashley Photography. I think that's everyone. If I forgot, I'm sorry, but everything is, there was way more involved in writing a book than I ever thought. I had no idea. And it's probably good that I had no idea, because I just kept going from one lily pad to another. And it was like, when I got there, I'm like, oh shit, there's more. So I just kept going. And I would say, I can't ask for better. I mean, it's been really awesome. Everybody's been so really just amazing.
Right. And It's a little like childbirth, right? If we knew what it was really like.
Exactly.
But we do it again and again. And I have a feeling that this isn't going to be your first or last book, right?
I think it's not my last book. Yes, I actually have been getting some good ideas for more stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, okay, so folks, I think what we're going to do at this stage is like sign off from the finish off the formal part of our book launch. And I'm inclined to just keep live streaming if you're cool with it, Karen. Like,
yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, let's keep going. And again, oh, I love it. Sarah's saying in the chat, add me to the wait list for your next book. It's awesome. Let's get this into the hands of, the million or so people who need it, billion or so people who need it. Let's get it translated into other languages. Actually, I wish I translated Be Unmessable into different languages to see what it's going to look like as it goes around the planet. Folks, let's finish off by the formal part by just asking everyone to unmute. I would love every single person here to unmute, and let's give Karen a combined round of applause and a shout out and some hoots and hollers and Hey, I can't hear you. Come on. Yeah. Awesome, my love. Okay, so anyone who needs to pop off is welcome to. And for everyone who's going to stay, welcome. I know that there are probably a lot of folks who might want to say something to Karen, so I'm going to ask that you stay muted. Okay, Hanya's just popped into the chat here that she has a question, so we'll go there, and then let's just riff off who would like to go next.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Hanya.
Amazing. Like, wow, the whole family, you amazing, inspiring, and wonderful. And I'm halfway through your book, and I have so many questions, but I'm going to ask one. I want to know, with every move into the forest, what was the change? What was the transformation?
What was the change? Well, each time got easier. And I think it was mindset, right? Because it was like I knew what to expect. The first time you didn't know what to expect. And then each time afterwards, it was like, okay, we sort of just fell into I don't know, kind of a flow with it. We used it as a strategy. So if we had something happen and we couldn't keep going, it was like, okay, well, we'll just go into the woods until we need to do something different.
Amazing. So it almost became a safe space?
I don't know about a safe space, but it definitely became a go-to. Because even when we moved to, when we were in Colorado recently, and then we decided to take a large job down in Santa Fe, which is what brought us here right now. We didn't have a place. We didn't have a place yet when we left there. We ended our lease, on time out in Colorado. And then it was like, we needed to go to Santa Fe and start a new project. And we didn't really have anything set up at that point. And we hadn't gotten kind of the first down payment of our new project that we were going to do. And so we were like, all right, well, we'll just go camp for a little while until everything starts rolling again. So it just became a strategy of keeping things moving forward.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Amazing. Do we have some family members here who want to give some messages to Karen? And just put your hand up and I'll see if I can find you, or just let me know in the chat.
Where's my sister?
I'm right here.
Harry, there you are.
Is here.
Harry had a question.
Hi.
There's your sister.
Yeah, I have got a couple sisters, several sisters.
Absolutely.
Julie sent me an amazing email after she read the book, and I wanted to share with you that after I read your email, it made everything that I went through writing the book worth it. And if I had not gotten anything else out of it, I was like, that was all worth it. And
Oh,
I've
that's
got
really
so much
sweet.
more. So it was really, really, it just felt really great to get that email from you. So thanks.
It felt really good to send that email. Your book was amazing. You know, we're sisters, and yet we don't know a lot about each other necessarily. And to hear you be so honest and open about your experience was really inspiring, really inspiring. And as I mentioned in my email, it allowed me to see things in myself that were that I need to look at. And so it much appreciated, Karen, much appreciated. I love you, and I'm just so proud of you. You continue to reinvent yourself, and your resilience is just, it's incredibly inspiring.
Thanks, Jules.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thanks, Jules.
Yeah. It's...
Hey, I unmuted myself. Can I say something?
Oh, good.
Go for it now that you're unmuted, my love.
Yeah. Okay. So I am Karen's sister-in-law. I am, she calls me Sister. And I think she calls me Sister because Brent calls me Sister. So Brent is my brother. And I have a daughter in between. She's a year older than Amethyst, their youngest daughter. So Jade came, and then Cole came, and then Briar came, and then Amethyst came. And so and in there, Max came. Max is the honorary cousin of he's one of the 5. He is my cousin's child, but he's like on that team 5 because he was just born in that mix. So the 5 of them were real tight. And Briar and I, Tim and I had Briar. They were together all the time. And to watch Brent and Karen with Briar, you know, as a parent, you always think, what will you do? Where would you want your child to be if something happened to you? And I used to tell my dad that ultimately, at the time, he lived the closest to me out of my 2 parents. And so I always said, just between you and Mom, they were not together. You need to make the best choice for Briar. But if Tim and I could choose who Briar would be with, we would want her to be with Brent and Karen and their kids. My husband has 2 brothers, and I wouldn't have selected them, although they had stable homes and always had a job and you know, air conditioning and heat and refrigerators and electricity. If Brent and Karen felt like they could take on Briar, I would always prefer that she be with them versus in a home where she had a refrigerator but didn't have people that were happy to see her every day. And I can tell you that when her kids talk about how kind she was, it's a true story. I would say that there was never a time where Briar came to their house and they didn't acknowledge her, drop to whatever level that was, 2, 3, 8, 10, 12, and greet her and hug her and let her know they were happy that she was there. Even if they were in their head thinking, man, I wish Carrie wouldn't have called right now. I don't have any time for that. She didn't know it, and nor did, I mean, obviously there's probably way more stuff that some of us would have on the inside of any home. You know, there's always more to it, but they genuinely were always happy. And to to love and be kind and good. And I don't think there's a lot of people that look at that deeper picture. And I know in reading the part of the book that I've gotten to so far, I don't know that I ever looked at it from Karen's perspective. And it was very good to just hear your perspective, because sometimes you get a little drowned out by your husband.
There's a lot of big personalities in our family.
Well, and he's just going to tell everybody how great everything's going to be. So, and it's just, he could sell you. You could just be sold on it's going to be good. Hell, I was sold when you were driving out, going off to nowhere. It's going to be fine. It's going to, and it's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm excited that you wrote the book. It was great to see it from your perspective without the input of everybody else, because it's very evident everyone loves you. But it was really great to read it from your perspective. And thanks for always loving us.
I love you.
Karen, I'm so sorry. I have to get going.
Oh. That's okay. Thanks,
okay.
Edna.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so proud of you. You go, girl.
Oh, thanks, Edna.
Come to Chicago and see me. I can't wait to see you.
I will.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Edna. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
So is there anyone else who would love to give Karen a personal?
I want to give a shout out to Julie Maslov. It says Julie Smith on her title because she's Julie Smith now, but she's always Julie Maslov to me. And I've known Julie since I was 5 years old. She was the first person I met when I moved to my house in Morton Grove with my family. And she's just a good friend. And I have just loved her my entire life. And she's here. Here we are in our 50s. And you're still here with me. And I just love you for that. Thank you so much.
Oh, Karen, I would not have missed this for the world. I was just thinking of ways that I could embarrass you, but I can't. Damn it. I was thinking that no matter what we did on the street, we always hung out. No matter where you were in school, you always stuck up for me when I was getting bullied or whatever. And you were always just a bright light. So, and I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job.
Thanks, Jewel. I love you. And Beth is in the house. Beth Ravelli. Oh my gosh, we've been through so much together. She's been around since around what, 2003, 2004?
Oh wow.
I think.
Yeah, I can't believe you called on me because I was just gonna unmute.
Go for it.
Yeah, no, I'm so proud of you, Karen. And I think about the all the conversations we had over so many years, and we were both struggling through so much
I don't know
together.
if it's my internet. Am I the one who's?
Yeah,
we're all good, Karen. It's you, my love. Carry on, Beth. Yeah, you're cool, Karen.
I can start over so you can hear everything.
I think my internet is unstable.
It's working now.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna start over. Like, I'm so proud of you. And I think about all the conversations that we had, you know, when we were both like on our way to work, in the car, whatever, like struggling through things. And I remember when you first started stepping out to tell your story to people. And I remember you like saying to me, oh, I told her everything. I told her everything about my story. And she like, and I made an impact on somebody's life. And I just see how you've created this space in your life. Like you just kept digging, like in your heart and in all the space around you and for your family, to create a space where you could dump all of your heart, everything in there, so you can really share it with the world. And you put it now into words on pages, you know, that others get to benefit from. I had so many years of benefiting from the beauty that is you. And I'm so grateful that the rest of the world gets to see it now too.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you, my love. Ironically, I think we might have lost Karen.
Right?
I know, I was just gonna say, did we lose Karen?
We
But
lost
it's
Karen.
recorded.
Yeah.
It's recorded. So.
It's recorded. It's recorded. So this is recorded for posterity. So let's let's give Karen a moment or two. Here she comes. Hey, Karen. You're on mute. You're muted, my love.
I was trying to get back on. I missed that. I'm gonna have to look at it in the recording.
It was
Oh, it was very sweet.
It was very good. Beth did a great job. I felt it deep.
Okay, my love. Okay, that Sherry, that's actually coming from you, and I'm not sure why. So I'm just going to keep you on mute, if that's okay. Is there anyone else who would like to share?
Hi. Say hi.
Hi. Oh, Crystal.
Hi. Why don't you say hi?
Hi, I'm Carol. Hi, I'm Carrie.
Karen. Karen. Say hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Where's Karen? Oh, there's Karen.
Up
Tell her we'll see her on the cruise.
Hey guys, what's going on?
They're excited to be at their first official book launch.
Yeah.
And we do
authors.
Say
Oh,
hi,
well,
Nora.
exciting.
Use your words.
Wait, hi. Hi, Tom.
Oh, he didn't say hi.
We got a big group coming from Florida.
Cool.
That's Brent's aunt and cousins. And who else is over there? And his mom, Brent's mom is there.
Where's
There
Brent's
she is.
mom?
Quit trying to hide.
Now it is.
Hey, Karen.
Yes.
A lot of red hair.
Yeah, there are a lot of.
Got red hair.
1, 2, yeah.
3 redheads here.
I was gonna talk, but I've been crying for over an hour, so I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You
Come
should have.
on, Grandma.
It's cold.
Oh, it's cold.
How are you guys?
You're muted.
They are muted now.
Wouldn't it be
Thanks
cool?
for having you guys. Thanks for having, they're having a watch party and a sleepover over at their house.
Woohoo! Go ahead, say hi.
I love you guys, all of you guys.
I love you.
Love you too.
Love
A
you
launch
too.
party with cocktails.
Yes, mine's empty. Andreas?
Oh, nice.
Reach out. and we'll-
Mine's lying down.
Brent, you're muted. If you want to say hi to your mom.
Oh, I'm just hi everybody. Hi Cher. Hi, Pat. Hi everybody.
Aw.
Hey, I haven't heard a word from Wayne.
You didn't say
Unmute yourself.
anything
What
either.
do you want to hear?
The patriarch.
Patriarch, Uncle Wayne.
All right, Uncle Wayne, let's go.
Oh, don't put me on the spot.
I'm just glad you're here.
He will start crying.
Yes,
I'm just glad you're here.
so am I.
Love you, Grandpa.
Thanks for always loving us.
Thanks for always loving me the way I am.
Why not, right? That's what we're
Why
supposed to
not?
do. We're supposed to love everybody just as they are.
That's right.
I just make it so easy.
Yes.
That's right, Brent.
I am dying over here. LOL.
That's awesome. Hey, is that
That's for you, Karen. I'm putting him on the spot.
Karen,
putting him on the spot?
yes.
Oh, hey,
I'm-
Brady.
hello, guys. I have been around the entire time that she's been writing this book, and congratulations, by the way. And I've only known you for 4 years, and I hope to know you for much longer because you are an amazing person.
Really?
And you, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Classic. You have inspired me to be better, and You have had conversations with me that I haven't even had with my own family. And you are someone I hold close to my heart, and you are an amazing person, and I love you for that. And I will always remember you for who you are. You're an amazing person. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Frankie. I love you, sweetie.
Frankie.
That was sweet. Oh, thanks, honey. I love you.
I love you too. I didn't hear it.
Yes, you just said that out loud. I love it.
Love you, Aunt Karen.
Oh, I love you too, Briar. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for coming, honey.
Yeah, congratulations.
Hey, thanks. Is Chelsea still on the call? Or did she drop off?
Chelsea said, I gotta go a little bit ago. I saw her type in. Oh, there's Briar. I've been looking all over for her. Yeah, Chelsea sent a message in this feed that you'll read later.
Okay.
It wasn't long ago, but she said she had to go and she loves you. I saw it.
Thanks.
There was a couple people who wrote some really good messages in there.
Oh, that's nice. That was really
Some pretty sweet messages in the chat. So as we wind up, is there anyone?
Yeah, me.
Go, Susan Bailey.
Too proud, have something to say.
And Joanne.
Oh,
Okay.
Joanne.
Great. Susan and Joanne.
You go, Susan.
Yeah. Had to say something from New Zealand.
Tuning in from New Zealand, tuning in from the future.
Can you hear from the
Hey, book's
future?
still
Oh
great
yeah.
tomorrow, by the way. It's still great tomorrow on Saturday at lunchtime. It's awesome.
It's going to be good. That's awesome to know.
Ah, Karen. Oh my God. I don't even know how long I've known you, because I think it's been a couple of years, but it feels like forever, but not forever, you know. It's so nice to meet your family today.
Yeah.
See all these lovely people that you've been talking about in our group for the last few years. And I was thinking the word resilience just comes to mind as soon as I think about you and your story. And I haven't even read your book, so I'm assuming that that's going to be full of hints on how to be resilient, because I don't know how people learn to be resilient and how we can teach resilience. That seems to be the catchphrase here in New Zealand about teaching children to be resilient, and I don't know how, but I know that you represent resilience, and I can't wait to read your book and learn more about your story and how you survived, because I know we all just do what we do to get through each day, but like you've been through some shit. And you still have just so much energy, and I just love you to pieces. And God, I wish I had biceps like you do, but I'm not getting up on the roof anytime soon.
It takes a little construction work. That's funny. Oh, I love you, Susan. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
I just have to echo, probably ditto everything Susan said. I haven't known you for a long time, but it's just been such a privilege to be in that circle with you. I've always been so impressed, well, with your self-awareness, really, because I think that's actually quite hard to not only go through stuff, but to be so aware of what you're going through, and then to take that and to turn it into lessons and actually a practice is just, you know, quite astounding to me. And I have just emailed my local bookstore in Auckland to ask them to order it in, because I'm hoping maybe then they'll order some more, and I'm just going to make them do it, because I could get it off Amazon and ship it from the States, but I'm like, no, let's get this into my local bookshop. They're really good and I shop there all the time, and I'm super keen to read it. And just a huge congratulations to you that you've done this. You are badass. And I like to have fun too. So it's been a real privilege to know you, and it was great. I was able to jump on after the soccer game, but I'm going to have to shut shortly because I'm doing a heritage walk this afternoon. But
totally.
Well
Thanks,
done.
Joanne.
And so lovely to meet your family as well. Can't wait to read the book.
Yes.
Thank you, Joanne. And I'll just translate for everyone. When Joanne said badass, she meant badass. Just for anyone who didn't get that one. But you're both badass and badass. I love it.
Both.
Definitely both.
We like both.
Anyone else love to Kirsten?
Well, can I just say I'm going to go because I just want you to see I'm in my barber shop. We closed an hour and a half ago and it's dark outside now, but everyone out there can see me in here and that's just getting weird and creepy. But we were closing at the same time that this started. So now like all the traffic sees me in here and I'm going home. So I'm checking out of here.
Bye, Carrie.
Love you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye, Karen. I'll talk to you later. Brent, call me later. Okay, bye.
Hey, Karen, congrats. Terry and Crystal here.
To say thanks so much, Karen, for letting me work with you. It's been such an honor and a privilege to work with you on such an inspiring story. I've worked with a lot of authors, but I think yours is probably one of the most inspiring books that I've come across, and it's really powerful, and it's going to help a lot of people. And your family is so awesome. It's really touching to see you guys on this Zoom call. It's really cool. I'm just so touched. I also want to say real quick, as the publishing consultant, please do take a moment to leave an honest review for Karen's book on Amazon and Goodreads, and do invite her to your book club. We want to get the word out to as many people as we can about this great book, and really get her story to the people that need it. But thanks so much for this evening. It's been such a wonderful joy to be part of it.
Thanks, Kirsten. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all your help.
Hey, Karen, Barry, Crystal.
Hey, Barry.
Congrats.
What's happening?
Congrats. You know, that's one more notch in the belt. You got 3 kids already that are productive human beings, man. That's really the ultimate. And now you can add this inspiring story to the repertoire, you know. Of all of the people that I know that have authored books, I think we're 6 or 7 people. There's always some overarching story, and yours couldn't be more relevant now, right? You know, story of perseverance, overcoming. It's going to be well received. Obviously, I can see why it's already performing well. Man, you couldn't have put it out at a better time, right? So congrats, man. I think this is only the beginning of a lot of touching a lot of people's lives, right? Because it's going to be something that a lot of people can resonate with over what's been going on in everybody else's lives, right? So congrats, man. We're excited, we're happy for you.
Thanks.
All right, guys.
Can't wait to see you guys in person.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Me next. Me.
Go. Yes, you go.
Oh,
my cousin.
Hi. I'm Vivian. I'm Karen's cousin from the UK. And I basically spent the last hour just gawping at my family that I've never met. And just
we've never met in person.
Oh, I'm just getting so emotional and checking out all the family resemblances for people that you've never met and that I've never met, and your beautiful children, Amethyst, Jade, and Cole, and your lovely husband, Brent. Hi. It's amazing. It's amazing to see you all, and just checking out how much well, you're looking like my obviously I'm seeing my auntie Kath and my dad Stan, and it's lovely. It's really, really good to see. And I'm so proud of you, Karen. I'm so pleased for you that you've done this book, and it's obviously very important to you and your family, and you've been through so much. And I just wish that I'd been there for you when you needed me. That's my biggest regret.
Oh, you didn't even know me then.
I know, but I should have done.
Oh, that's so funny.
No,
you're so sweet.
I wish I'd been there for you to help you.
Well, you know what the funny thing is about that is I didn't want to tell anybody at the time. I think that's part of the story too, is that I was embarrassed, you know, and it was like, you can't get help unless you ask for help. And it's part of like finding your voice is part of the story here, is that when shit happens, we got to ask for help, like throw the pride away and figure out who could help you.
Definitely, yeah.
You know?
I wish I'd had that opportunity. It's like one o'clock, nearly 2 o'clock in the morning here.
I was gonna say, what time
That's
is
a commitment,
it?
lady.
Stayed up for this. Thank you.
That's okay. I've had a few rums, so I'm okay. I'm wired.
Right on.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, no, but seriously, I am, you know, I'm really proud of you, and you know, I hope that in the future that we can keep in touch more and hook up one day, and I'd love to meet you all in person. It'd be fabulous.
Yes, we have to come over there and take a
Come to the UK. You're welcome.
For the UK book tour. Let's get that going.
UK book tour.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be up for that.
About that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Viv.
We're only up the road from Oxford.
Ooh.
The book central.
Yeah,
Oxford and Cambridge.
Gonna need some help with that one.
Yeah,
Well,
I can help you with that. No problem.
Make sure you nip in, Viv, and ask them to stock the book. Just
Yeah,
go in
I will,
every day
definitely.
for a
I've
couple of
got
weeks
it.
and ask, do you have it? And then they'll start stocking.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I haven't got around to reading it yet. I've just been so busy, but I will, for sure. You know I will. I will read it.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for being here.
Look at you. Look at you. Beautiful. I just keep studying you. Look at my family.
Oh, love it.
Awesome.
Thanks, Viv.
Oh, gosh. What a crazy thing.
What a crazy thing, eh? So
what a crazy world we live in, eh?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So in a couple of weeks, I'm going camping. So I know it's not quite the same as what you went through, but I have got a camper van with a gazebo, and we're going to do the camping thing for the weekend in the bank holiday at the end of the month down at down in the coast. So we're just kind of out of lockdown at the moment, ish.
Have a cheers for me while you're out there.
Well, I'm going to issue you a challenge. I'm going to issue you a challenge while you're out there. I want you to arrange for a hot water shower, bucket shower. Take a photo of it in honor of the Pullman family.
Yeah, no problem.
Any kids that you've got, they have to have a cold one. You can have the warm water. Yeah, I love it. All right, my loves, as we wind up, is there anyone else who wants to give Karen a shout out? Leah?
Quick, just again want to celebrate and huge kudos and congratulations to you on absolutely writing a book, and that's part of it, but more so what I'm seeing here is in building multiple communities and in building healthy families who express themselves authentically and wholly and are joyful and present and beautiful all the time, inside out. I'm wanting to bring your book, that's the whole thing about books, knowledge mobilization, right? So I want to bring it into education in Canada. I'm going to harass my local bookstores as well until they bring some in. Because I think we need this message. I think your timing, synchronicity is so perfect. It's just so perfect as we are all climbing out of our various shitstorms. Here comes this gem that just is holistic. It's all of it. It's thinking, feeling, reframing, all of it. And so you have just, in true gem fashion, shone a really brilliant light forward for so many people, millions of people. And I just want you to take that in and know, like Kim said, you know, I've met you a year ago. You were dropping the water then. Look at where you're going and look at where this is going forever and ever. So thank you so much for your courage, your tenacity, your outrageous energy, and your 100,000 watt smile. And thank you for the beautiful kids you've brought into the world. So thank you.
Thanks, Leah. That was really sweet. Oh my gosh. A lot.
Well, maybe it's time to dance us out of here.
That sounds good. You got some
What do you
music?
think? Well, yeah. You don't want me to sing. Let's line something up. Okay. And you probably hear the toilet flushing. Oh, I like how I had this all ready to go.
Can you hear us?
Huh?
I can hear you guys.
Yeah.
You want to say goodbye from the one?
I can't get the music going here, so let's cheers. Let's cheers out. Let's cheers out. Woo! Karen wrote a book.
Yes.
Come on.
Good job, Karen.
Yeah, everyone can unmute now. Let's unmute for a final hurrah for Karen and a final cheers. Let's pretend there's music going.
Nice job, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Really, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Morna, you
Best
did
of luck with it, Karen.
Morna, you did an you should do
Okay,
this
guys.
all the time.
The UK loves you.
Zoom us.
What?
Hey, Zoom us.
Wait, what?
Can't hear.
It's gonna Zoom us.
Speak in Spanish? Are you speaking?
Zoom us.
Oh, Zoom you like separately?
Yeah, when we're
Okay.
done.
Okay.
So we can keep the party going.
Thank you,
Bye,
Morna.
everybody.
Love you.
Thank you, guys. I've stopped the live
Love you
stream.
guys.
What an amazing party. Congratulations, Karen. So amazing to spend
Morna.
this time with your family. You guys just freaking awesome.
Thank
All right.
you.
Peace out. That's the launch of Be Unmissable.
Unmessable.
I love.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.